Welcome to another exciting episode of Mornings with Mayesh. I'm your host, Yvonne Ashton, and I am thrilled to have a very special guest with me today. Joining is Becky Hillis, the creative director of Accent Decor, a company that has been at the forefront of floral supply industry, consistently setting trends and raising the bar with their stunning ceramics, glassware, and event pieces. If you're a florist, you undoubtedly have heard of Accent Decor. And if you haven't, then you're in for a real treat. Not only does Accent Decor create breathtaking products, but they're also generously support the floral community and educational events. In fact, they have generously sponsored our 2024 workshops, providing our students with gorgeous vessels to showcase their centerpiece designs. Today, we have the privilege of hearing from Becky herself as she shares her insights on the latest hardgood trends and what we can expect to see in the near future. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be inspired. Before I get started, though, of course, I would love for you guys all to say hello. Let me know where you are from. Also, just a reminder, if you have any questions for Becky or myself, go ahead and post those in the comments and we will get to those as time permits. I always get this question too every single live we do. So if you can't watch the whole thing, that's totally understandable. We know you all are busy creating, breathtaking floral designs for all of our consumers. So just know that you can always finish watching the replay up on our blog. I have the podcast there, the video replay, our show notes, and then obviously the replays will be available on Facebook and YouTube immediately and Instagram Live shortly thereafter because I always have to re-upload it after we go live. So also, okay, so that's my little admin part that I always want to share with you guys. And before we get started too, I wanted to make sure that you knew about our workshop that I mentioned in our intro. So we have a workshop series this year with Kristen Griffith Vanderyacht. Our next workshop is coming up in July 17th. And I'm going to share the link for you guys here and put it also in the comments. So July 17th, we're going to Houston, and then we're headed to San Francisco in October. So to learn more, go ahead and click on that link, of course, after the live. Or you can just go to mayesh.com and you'll find the information there as well. Also, just wanted to remind you guys, don't forget to subscribe to our email list. I went ahead and posted that link in the comments. I'm showing it on the screen right now. So that way you don't miss out on any of our upcoming events, news, and deals. All right, so that is my little intro for you guys, but let's get to the exciting stuff with Becky. So let's bring on Becky. Hey there.
Hi.
Welcome, and thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yes. So before we get started, how about you tell me a little bit about yourself and how you ended up where you are today with Accent Decor?
Yeah, of course. So it's funny, I was thinking about this, and if someone would have asked me growing up or in college if I would have, seen myself in the floral industry, I probably would have thought, that sounds interesting, but didn't really know much about it at the time. But, I always grew up surrounded by flowers and plants. My mother was and is an avid rose gardener. She has an amazing green thumb and just grows the most incredible roses. My grandmother was a master gardener and was always out in the yard growing flowers and plants and teaching my brother and I about it. And my great-grandmother was a horticulturalist and a judge for flower shows across the Southeast. And so I was just always kind of around flowers and appreciated their beauty. And I've always loved design. It led me to study landscape architecture in college. I love what the natural environment can do in terms of making someone feel certain ways. And it was a bit of a windy path. I practiced landscape architecture for a few years after college and have always loved plants and flowers and worked in retail for a while, as many creatives find ourselves in when we're kind of trying to figure things out. And it led me to Accent Decor. I've been here for a little over 6 years. I came on as visual merchandising director. I saw the job description and I just thought, that's for me. Like, that sounds too good to be true. It was perfect. And really happy to be here in my role as creative director. It's a dream come true, and I've just grown to be so passionate about this industry and the people in it. And it's really an honor to work for Accent Decor.
Awesome. So tell us more about your role at Accent
Yeah.
Decor as a creative director. Like, what does that mean?
Yes. So creative director, again, it's one of those jobs that I'm like, wow, this is so cool that it exists. I feel so lucky to be able to do and participate in all of the things that I do. So in a very, very short summary, I help lead our creative teams in any visual outputs and what we want our customers to see. So breaking that down a little bit more, I still am very involved with our showroom teams. We're actually setting up the Atlanta showroom right now, getting it ready for summer market. So helping with brainstorming and concepting and merchandising on the floor and displays. But with that's one segment of the way that customers experience our product. But then we have a huge group of customers who aren't able to travel to shows, who don't travel to shows. And so we want to make sure that our customers are really having a similar experience and being inspired and can really connect with our product in different ways. So I work with our photography team and our graphic design teams, and collaborating and giving direction of really how we want our products to be shown, and ensuring that they're shown in an inspirational way, but that's also for their intended use. And all of this before showrooms, before photography, before graphic design, it really stems from product development. And our VP of design and product development team do such an incredible job designing and sourcing and collaborating with factories and getting the products here. And I collaborate with them in that process as well. But then once the product is here, it's me and my team's jobs to make sure that it's shown in a really beautiful and inspirational way so our customers can truly connect with it, whether it's in person, in a catalog, or on our website.
Yeah. I had the pleasure of visiting you guys in Atlanta and
Oh,
saw your
good.
showroom there, but I think you guys are in a new space now, right?
When did you visit?
It was like Christy Holsey. I feel like it was like 2019, maybe.
Okay, so we might have crossed paths. So 2019, we would have been in our current space, but we've expanded twice since then. So when I started in that showroom, I want to say it was around 7,000 square feet, and now we're up to 14,000 square feet. So it's really incredible. So I encourage you to visit again because you'll see a lot of different things than you did when you were last year.
Yes, I loved it. And I just love how you guys have all the setups to do like your shoots and things like that as well, like all the different vignettes. And that was just really interesting to learn about too. So
Yeah,
very
the
cool.
showroom is such a great opportunity to create that immersive environment. And most of our customers are artists themselves, and understand the importance of scale and display and creating those environments, especially if they're event designers, floral designers. And so we want to make sure that they have a really inspirational experience when they're in our space and in our product, because that's what they do. That's how they see it. And so it's always a good challenge season after season to get better every time.
Yeah, I love it. So can you tell us a little bit about the design process, what that is like to bring like a new product?
Yeah. Again, our VP of design and our product development team is so intricately involved in that. We have an internal design team here at Accent Decor. And so they are sketching and, constructing line lists and line sheets and making spec files for factories, and so much communication back and forth between our factories. But, the design process, it really starts from just an idea. So
Right.
Accent Decor was founded by Frank and Margaret Hoffland 27 years ago, and their mission was really to source and provide beautiful vessels, beautiful containers for floral designers who are artists themselves, and at the time felt like the product that they were designing in wasn't standing up to the beauty that they were creating in it. And so that's something that we, is always in the forefront of our mind, and continuing that legacy for floral designers is, how can we design something that's not only beautiful, but functional and also affordable, and it meets the needs of designers, whether it's specific measurements for a stem count or depth in a compote, and really taking all of those things into consideration. We love to hear from our customers. I think some of our best products have been ideas from our customers who have come up to us or in a survey have responded and said, I'm really looking, I want something that's like this, and I can't find it anywhere. We love to hear that. We love to hear what our customers' needs are, what their wants are, what they're having a hard time finding. It's an honor to be able to solve those problems for our customers and to be able to design product for them. But the design process, we start a year in advance.
I was wondering about that. Like, how long does that actually take?
Yes. So yesterday we actually had a kickoff for product concepts, trend concepts for June 2025, which is crazy to think about. It's hard to believe that we're already in 2024, but we're preparing for summer launch early next month, early June, where all of our new products will be shoppable and visible on the website. But what you're seeing, the products that you're seeing on the site, has been in development for a year. And again, the factory collaborations and getting the product here and reviewing it and making sure it's what we thought of when it was designed. And then the process begins with photography and kind of on down the line.
Right.
So it's quite a process, and it's really amazing to see it from start, just a sketch on a sheet of paper, to finish and have a product in your hand.
Yeah, that's very cool. I know. So you talked a little about the process, but also like, what about like looking out for the new trends, and
Yes.
how do you guys find that? Or I know you said that you always want, feedback from customers, but I'm assuming that you guys have people that are like in charge of like, okay, this is what I think is going to be like what we need to be doing in
Yeah.
1 or 2 years,
Yes. So that's actually kind of what we did yesterday. So myself, our VP of Design, Natasha, and our Chief Creative Officer, Sarah Bagley, we got together and we did just that. And a lot of the inspiration we just see from the world around us. And I think so often with trends, it kind of starts in fashion and then it trickles down to interiors. And so we're kind of pulling from that, whether it's colors or materials or shapes. And so I think there's that kind of macro high level view on trends as a whole. But we also do a decent amount of travel to seek what's up and coming and see what's out there. Every September, we go to Paris to a design show there, or it's really a trade show. I think of it more with a design show because it's just so incredible, but called Maison Objet.
Okay.
And so, the European market is typically a little bit ahead of us in terms of trends, and it's just really inspiring to go and see this cutting edge design, whether it's in interiors or hard goods or everywhere in between, and just being able to soak up what's around you there and pop into their shops and just see what's buzzing and see what we're connecting with.
Yeah, who wants to go to Paris with Accent Decor? I do. Please, s'il vous plaît.
Every time it's a total pinch me moment that I have to go there for work, but it is just such an incredible experience. but we also now, October actually was the first time that we visited our factories in Asia since COVID. And we have such amazing partnerships with our factories there. And they have such incredible artisans and designers at those factories where we're able to see their showrooms, and maybe we see a vase that we would rather have in a compote, but maybe a different glaze, but we really like the technique. And so it's kind of picking and choosing and mixing and matching, and seeing what's there and really fleshing that out into something that we're excited about and that we know that our customers will love. So it's a multi-layered process.
Yeah. Very, very cool. I love that. Okay. Let me move on to the next question. So we talked about trends in the process, and trends are forever changing and evolving. And as you see, you're very involved with that for Accent Decor. What current hard good trends are you guys loving right now? And Accent Decor is always launching exciting new products. Can you give us a peek into the future of what you guys are going to be launching?
Yeah, so right now, we're really loving, and this is specifically more with wedding and events, is like the collected table. So the mismatched layered bud vases and the chimney tubes with taper candles and just those unexpected textures, colors, that feel really collected and artful, going down a table for a tablescape versus, our Harlow is one of our favorite pieces, but I feel like we've seen so much of the Harlow in the center of the table, and it's this wow moment that has that height and scale. And now we're seeing everything that's like a little lower, a little bit more personal. And I just think that's so lovely. I think one thing that's really exciting about that is that we're seeing more and more, whether it's brides and weddings or just events in general, so much more personality is really being injected into those events. It's feeling like the host, again, the bride, whoever, wants their personality to show through the tablescapes, through the florals. It's not as safe maybe as it has been in the past, and feeling like you have to stick with a certain color palette. So I love the trend of the bud vases, like I said, in that kind of long collected tablescape. I also really love, and something that we are excited to develop more of, is the push toward more sustainable pieces for sustainable floral design. So integrating technology feels like a funny word because it's a simple thing, but compotes with a lip or a ring around the interior to help hold mechanics in, or structures that have accessory attachments for water reservoirs. So floral foam doesn't need to be used. And I think the more that we lean into that train of thought, sustainability isn't a trend. It should, be at the forefront. But it's exciting to think where that can go in design.
Yeah, I saw recently, I think it was maybe Sue McCleary. She did a video using, I think, one of your newer pieces with the columns, or like the half arches. I don't know. I might be calling it the wrong thing. And I had like the little mini buckets on it for the water. And that was just
stands. Yes.
Yeah. That was amazing. Obviously, you can't drag that into your office to show us, but you guys should go online and check out their event pieces.
Yes, please do.
They have a lot of really new, exciting things that I recently have seen.
We do, and for a little teaser, we've got some more coming out for this June, so you can see those in the coming weeks.
I love it. I love it. Any other new teasers that you can talk about?
I wish I had some things that I could magically pull from my desk beside me. But one kind of capsule of product that we designed that I am so excited about and I cannot wait to purchase myself is a little fruit capsule. So one thing that we've seen trending a lot in the market is fruit and vegetables, whether it's ceramic or glass. And, I remember my grandmother had a bowl on her coffee table my whole life of glass blown fruit.
Okay.
And I've seen a resurgence of that, whether it's ornaments in a Christmas tree or, again, those just kind of figurines. We've taken our own spin on that and developed a fruit capsule with taper candle holders, bud vases, this insane, beautiful banana bowl, and vases and coffee mugs and strawberries. And it's just the cutest thing I've ever seen, but also like so chic and so fun. And I'm so excited about it. Our team is so excited about it. It's hard not to smile when you look at it. So I'm really excited for our customers to see it. The imagery from the photo shoot is just, it's so good. I'm obviously gushing about it. That's
Yeah.
how much I love
I
it.
can't wait to see it. In terms of color trends, like for hard goods, like what are you seeing there, like in terms of trends?
Yeah, so we've seen and actually had quite a few requests more and more over the last year, I would say, of wanting silver. So silver is something that we've kind of seen dip out of the market, and everyone was really leaning toward gold, whether it was for compotes or large event structures, urns. And now we're getting more and more into bringing more silver pieces back. Maybe it's got a little bit more of a modern shape or finish. But I'm excited to see more silver. I think that it's time it came back, or whether it's a really clean silver or kind of more of that like antiqued feel.
Right.
And I'm personally excited. I think it's great to get that mixed metal. Metallics in my mind are neutral, and so it's
Mhm.
to see all of those layered together. And on the not metallic and going toward color, we've seen a lot of pastels. I mean, pinks I feel like are always going to be popular. Everyone loves a pink, but really leaning into more pastel variations of pinks, of greens, light blues, and it's just fun again to see personality and color injected into hard goods, and seeing the whole rainbow, really.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so have you ever considered doing any collaboration collections with designers or wholesalers? Wink, wink.
Yeah, so we
Yeah, just saying, Allie, we talked about her a little bit earlier. I'm sure she would love to collaborate on
Yes,
something for
so speaking of Sue McCleary, we actually collaborated with her on quite a few pieces that we launched in January of 2024. The conservatory stands that we were discussing earlier being one of them. But we reached out to her knowing that she really is such a great voice in the industry for sustainable floral design and sustainable mechanics and techniques. And we want to be a part of that. We want to offer sustainable solutions for whomever wants to use them. And we developed, I would say, 8 to 10, the number off the top of my head is escaping me, but products with her. And it was really just a lot of collaboration and conversation in terms of like, what do you wish that you had that you're having to kind of like finagle yourself? Or what's a problem that you have with designing on large structures and big installations? And it's always water, hence the
Right.
vases and the holder with the reservoir that you can design around and hide, but still have that source of hydration for the foliage and the flowers. And so that was such a great experience for us and our teams to be able to really lean into her expertise and knowledge, but also passion for Sue. She was with us here in our office in Atlanta for the shoot, and we were all just completely amazed and such sponges and just trying to glean that information, and that collection has been really successful for us. And again, she's just such a great voice for that within the industry. We also, one of our longtime partners and friends, Ian Prosser from Botanica International Design in Tampa, he has so many ideas, and he and his team often do our floral installations in the Atlanta showroom, and we'll meet with him for a photo shoot or something while he's here, and he'll bring sketches, and he's like, I really wish I had something like this. And so he'll work with the product development team and the design team, and very specific heights and measurements and scale. So it's been really fun to collaborate with him as well on quite a few of our event structures, actually. The scale of weddings that they produce is just, it's incredible to see. And so to be able to provide those structures and pieces that have that wow factor, that can really support the type of work and this type of installations that they're doing. It's always really fun to see what comes out of his brain.
Right. Yeah. I know I have never worked with Ian. I've seen him speak before, but we obviously have worked with Sue very closely. She was one of our Mayesh design stars, and she really helped us with our sustainability kind of launch with our Mayesh Design Star series, and just a bunch of other things too. So we love Sue, and it's just she went to we got to like spend a lot of time with her when we did our keto workshop, and it's just really cool to see how her brain works, and she's just always constantly thinking of new ideas, testing new ideas, and I think like our industry is just really lucky to have someone like her because she's just always forward thinking, and that's where her passion lies. And she wants to share all of that with everyone. Like she's not like, gatekeeping anything or anything like that. She's like here, or even like if she comes up with an idea, not saying like, oh, this is my idea. Like it might be an older idea, but something that she just, is making a little bit more modern, or like applying to like our days of design.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's just such an amazing person to like know and work with.
Incredible mind, and yeah, just watching her work and her ideas and making older products feel new again, and all of her, she's incredible to watch and to learn from.
Yeah. Speaking of older products, I love a selfie base still.
Yes,
I have them all over my house. They're so cute. I have one in my girls' room and here in my bedroom.
I love that.
Cute. Yeah.
Well,
what are some of your like staple products that are like still one of your favorites?
Well, I will say in regard to the selfie vase, in January, we launched some selfie vase magnets, which are as cute as they sound. So it's probably maybe about this big, and it's just a refrigerator magnet, and you can pot a little succulent or, do some small cut flowers in there. So we'll have to see if we can get some of those for you. But it's always fun to reinvent the selfie because she is such a classic item for us here at Accent Decor. I think when I started working here, that was like the first thing that I bought because it's just so cute.
Yes.
But yeah, I love the selfie base magnet. But tried and true products, I really love the Sosa bowl, SOSA. It is this beautiful green metal bowl. And when I say green, it just has the most interesting patina, and the finish is so gorgeous. Sue designed into it. I think that's actually what made me love it so much.
Yeah.
And it's just such an interesting color. You can plant in it. You can do florals in it. It's so beautiful. Other pieces that I really love, I feel like every time we have a floral designer come in or I see something in the showroom, I'm like, wait, I love that now because of the designers really finish the product off. It's not the same without the florals in it. They're beautiful on their own, but then when you see the florals, it's like, oh wow, I love all of this.
Yeah.
I'm always amazed at what our designers do with our large glass pieces. They're hand blown in Poland, or mouth blown, I should say, in Poland. Which is really incredible to think about the scale and the amount of labor that goes into those, and the size and scale of the florals that go in them or on top of them on a lomi dish. It always just really blows me away.
So something like I'm looking at your website while you're speaking. So something like the Simplice face. I don't know if
it's some people say Simplice. If you're Italian, it might be Simplice. We haven't landed on which version it is. But a tried and true is the Garnier. One that we released a few seasons ago is the Piccolo. But they are just such beautiful vessels that are beautiful on their own and feel so elegant and elevated, and the purity of the glass is just incredible. And it's But yeah, I would say the Garnier is a tried and true, old school favorite. The Simplice or Simplice, the Piccolo, just to name a few, I think are all just so classically beautiful.
I love it. I love it. I'm trying to find the Garnier one so I can share it.
Garnier, I believe.
There we are. Yeah, let me just, I'm getting the link so I can put those in the show notes for everyone. Awesome. So, obviously you guys are always busy and you kind of shared some upcoming products, but do you guys have anything else, like any exciting plans or what's next for Accent Decor? Anything that you wanted to share with us?
Yeah, so we've got a busy summer ahead between our shows in Atlanta and Las Vegas. So hopefully we'll see some of you there. But we'll also be at AIFD Symposium in Orlando over the first week of July. We're sponsoring the main stage presentation with Speak of the Devil, Ian Prosser, and his daughter Zoe Galena, and also Talmadge McLaurin. So we'll be on site. We'll have a lot of new, exciting products there. We always love going to AIFD. It's such a great time to be able to see familiar faces and just lovers of the floral industry and such talent that's there, and to learn.
Right.
We'll also be at the SAF convention in August in Miami. We'll have product there as well, and again, just such a great time to connect with our community. So we're really excited about those two events, and then the trade shows and our new product launch. We're really excited about the products that we're bringing out, and are hopeful that our customers will be too. Something tells me that they will be. We're continuing to grow our floral essentials collection, which really came to life last year. We have over 400 items that we feel are truly essentials for floral designers. So we've broken it down from price point through function through size. So we're, for floral essentials, they're stylish, they're affordable, and they're functional. And we want to continue to deliver new pieces to that collection that can really be the everyday go-to for floral designers, whether they're retail florists or event designers. And so we're always just excited to be adding to those kind of everyday basics, but they're not basic, they're beautiful. And being able to provide that to our floral designer customers is important to us, and something that we're excited to launch quite a few new pieces for that this summer.
Very exciting. And I will probably see you guys at AIFD.
Oh,
so
great.
Yeah, we're heading there too. We're a sponsor as well. And it'll be fun. We'll have a table at the partners showcase as well. Yeah, so that'll be fun.
Maybe we'll be neighbors.
Yeah, and it's in Orlando, right in my backyard.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so a few hours away from us, but it'll be fun. So
we look forward to it.
Yeah, very good. Awesome. Well, thank you, Becky, so much for coming on today and sharing about Accent Decor and the process. And it was so cool just to learn about how you guys work, because like I said, it's before we came live, it's just so much different than like what we do, like with the actual flowers, so it's just an interesting process to learn about. And obviously we love Accent Decor, and again, your products, what you guys do for the industry. I wanted to say thank you on behalf of everyone. So thank you for your support. It's amazing.
It's an honor to do it.
Awesome. Good. Well, I put the links to Accent Decor, the website, and Instagram, so that way you guys can connect with AD after this show if you haven't already. Hopefully you have. And that's a wrap on today's Mornings with Mayesh. So thank you so much for tuning in and joining me and Becky. And be sure to mark your calendars for Wednesday, June 12th at 12 Eastern for our next show featuring Jasmine from Seed Your Future, whose mission is to promote horticulture and inspire people to pursue careers working with plants and flowers. So such a cool mission, and a company that is really doing a lot of good work in our communities. And I want to make sure you guys all know about Jasmine and Seed Your Future. So awesome. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.